Okay, so last 2-3 videos I was share with you guys how to use a digital die cut, and there is a maple leaf PNG file ready for you to download online. So make sure you check out. It's absolutely free, and I have seen a lot of people they download it. I'm really happy that you are downloading and using it to create your card. If you have any question until you contact with me, if something wrong with the download link line or something wrong, if you don't contact with me, I have no idea. I thought everything runs smoothly. So let me know if you guys have any issue to download that PNG maple leaf file. And so that was the video number 340 and the number video 341, and today we're going to working on the other video. So the last video I was share with you guys some great technique how to create your homemade stencil by using the laminated sheet, and we was using the negative part of the stencil. Today we are going to use the positive and the negative part of the stencil. So you can see the difference, right? This maple leaf is created by the negative stencil, and here is by the positive stencil. It just adds a beautiful touch out. And then in the end of the video, I am going to share with you guys how I use the alcohol marker to cover the Mr. Dress Up. You can use any kind of media you have. It doesn't have to be alcohol marker. I just find out recently, actually find out coloring with a alcohol marker is kind of relaxing. So that's what I'm into it. And then look or Mr. Dress Up's eyeball is like pretty eyes looking at you. So that's one of the videos that I created a while ago, and then you can just log into the Local King Online video library, or if you want to have a shortcut, just go to the YouTube channel and type in Local King rubber stamp 3D eyeball, and then they will pop out a video. I have created over almost like 400 videos already. Sometimes it's so overwhelming, you don't know which one is which one. That's pretty normal because sometimes I totally forget about what I have been created before. Okay, so let's start today's video. As usual, I am going to use the Michael's Recollection 100 pounds of white cardstock. The price is expensive and also very smooth and blending very well. Or you can use Canson watercolor 130 pounds of watercolor paper. They will work too. I just found out because they have a little bit texture, they don't really blending well. So what I do is I just storage all my ready-made stencil in a book. So you can use the paper, you can use the transparency film, you can use the Myra, and then but I just found out this kind of acetate sheet. Not others, sorry. The laminator sheet, half size of the laminator sheet, 5 mil, it works the best. Okay, so that's about the material. And the magic mushroom, we have a happy fall promotion. Any order over $200, you will get a free set of magic mushroom. That's 10 magic mushroom with 10 container. They are the awesome tool. They blending very well. Usually this set of magic mushroom, the shipping is $15. Since you get the mushroom for free, you will get the free shipping on the free magic mushroom. But the basic shipping cost will be applied. So it's 30 plus 5% off, and I think it's a pretty good deal. If you are a little bit low on the budget this month, don't worry. Just check our website for this month's special. This month's special is a 3 set. They are really special. You basically get pay for the die cut $24.99. You will get the stamp set for free. So that's all together is $24.99 plus $3.50 shipping fee for the die cut only. So that's our first set, and you can see I use a lot. And then we have the Mr. Dress Up. I think this is a really cute set. You can create all different kind of cards. And this is the other one. So it's $24.99. You get a stamp set for free. And free shipping on the stamp set too. So you only pay for one shipping for the 2 items. And the other one is or Foxy, same thing. Pay the die cut set, get the stamp set for free. That's our this month's special. So make sure you check it out. And always click this month or this week's category shows this month or this week's special. Sometimes I will add out something. Some item we make too much and we just want to get rid of it. And well, after this moving, I really find out I still have a lot of inventory. So, and I will come up with some new design, and for our stamping cruise, we may be going to have some new image, new design, and we're going to use that for our stamping cruise. So stay tuned. Okay, so that's started, and remember for your magic mushroom, before you use it, you got to make sure they are moisture. Dip them in the water a few times and squeeze a few times. I have created a lot of video to share with you guys how to make your magic mushroom ready to use. So let's start our video. Okay, so it is a good idea to have, I know now on the market they sell some kind of magnetic glasses. So basically I think I don't know how they create, but I know they are kind of pricey. So I found the least one is just a regular glass board, and then I just found out in the back they finish with a piece of metal, and I just found out they work just fine. I have this very strong magnet, but you don't have to, but I like it because it's a little bit small. So sometimes I want to hold some small spot. This is perfect. Okay, so here is my my car, my basic car. So you can see they can hold very well, and I try to push around, it doesn't really go anywhere. And then I'm going to grab my stencil, and then remember, if you are planning to order some laminated sheet, order the 5 mil instead of 3 mil. This is a 3 mil, it's just too thin. Sometimes when you're blending, it might push this stencil away. So 5 mil is the best, and I have, this is a negative, this is a negative, and then I have the positive here too. Okay, so we are going to actually start with our positive stencil. It's a thing true, so you just have to be a little bit careful. Let me see if I can bring my camera a little bit closer here. Okay, that's a little bit close here. Okay, and then you can just use a magnet holding the place. We're kind of blending from inside out. Okay, so and then I'm going to just use light green. Okay, and then make sure your magic mushroom is not too wet, but when you touch it, you have to feel a little bit damp. Okay, and I'm going to just use a very, very light color. Any dye-based impact will work just fine. So, okay, found my scrap paper. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I always, well, I'm going to just put 2 or 3. But it is also a good idea if you have a tweezer, because those stencil kind of thin, right? And then they do have a 2 side, because we use a half size of a laminated sheet. I like to color on top of the shiny side because I find it easy to clean. Both sides is easy. So I'm gonna just put 2 on top. Okay, it's a good idea to have a tweezer because sometimes we maybe need to kind of move around. Okay, so I pick up some green color. Okay, not too much, and then you kind of have to move around your magnet too. Okay, so we're gonna start from the middle. Okay, watch carefully. Don't start just on your paper. Kind of start from the on top of your stencil, the place kind of like a masking, and then kind of just brush out from inside out. Okay, and then you kind of, because we want to hide that stroke, we don't want, we want your surface is as smooth as you can. So, and then be careful this fingerprint. So I think it's a good idea to use a tweezer. So the trick is inside out. So that way you can hide your stroke. If you just from the outside in, usually you will have this like a circle spot. We want to make, unless that's a special thing you want to, otherwise I will start from like inside out to hiding my stroke. Okay, see, I accidentally moved my magnet a little bit, so that's okay. We're going to push it back. Okay, try to do your best to push it back. Or if you don't have a magnet, you can just use the reposition tape. They will work too. Okay, kind of just move your magnet around, okay, inside out. Okay, because our magic mushroom is a sponge material, so you can actually how to say that, it's much easier to control. You hit harder, it becomes darker color. You release a little bit pressure, it's a little bit lighter, and you can kind of like a tapping, bouncing. Okay, look how pretty it is. This is the basic color, so kind of just brush the color out. Okay, brush, and then after few brush, actually on top of my stencil is pretty clean already. Okay, but if you want to clean it, it's a good idea to clean again. Okay, and then I'm going to use again. Okay, I'm going to use this kind of change the direction. Try to place like a some, you can be placed like off the paper. It doesn't have to be like a fully leaf on top. Okay, now again I'm going to do just kind of change your magnet, and then they can actually hold very well. And I like those small magnet I got from Amazon. It's because it's small, and then I can still working. And then see, I don't really push the magnet away, so inside out it doesn't make a difference. If you just tapping directly on top, you will see there is going to show that little circle mark, and then we try very hard to hide it. Okay, like this. If you want to, you can just kind of using your magic mushroom to clean that. That's really pretty. And you can try all different color. You can try all the different shape too. Remember, inside out, inside out. It does make a difference. Sometimes we want the outside in, sometimes we want the inside out. Like this. These few days, Vancouver's air quality is so bad. We have some wildfire close to us, and then it's the air quality is just so bad. And I have asthma, so I'm having a little bit hard time to breathe. Okay, and then move a little bit. If you want to, you can use a other different kind of green to continue to add more color. Okay, so that's my use acetate, and then we can easily clean it with a wet cloth. Okay, and then now you can put it back to your book, and then we have some small one we can continue to put on top, but I think one is just enough. You get idea, right? And then now we are going to use our negative part. The negative one is the one after you die cut it. We was using that middle one, and then we're going to use the negative part. And this one, you got to be able to be careful. Don't make the mistake that I did, because next time when I make my stencil, I'm going to make it a little bit bigger, so that way when I blending, I won't accidentally blending outside of my stencil. So what you can do to prevent is you can have some scrap paper just kind of holding the border, and then that way you don't have to worry about. And when I'm working for that section, I can just use another piece of scrap paper to just prevent that happening. Well, people make a mistake, and the most important thing is once when you make a mistake, you don't make mistakes twice, right? So I just think this holding this piece of glass with this sheet, it doesn't have to be glass. If you I think I showed in my other video before, I have a piece of metal for scrapbooking, like you can decorate it. That will work just fine too. Okay, now we are going to add a little bit orange, and always put your unused mushroom back to the place. See, I always try to test a little bit just to make sure I don't get it too much in. And then we can tap. I think this impact actually need to, we can tap, we can rub, we can blending. It's actually, you can find the other fastest way to color your stencil and don't have to worry about accidentally pick up your stencil. So the magic mushroom is just perfect to do this kind of job. So I'm kind of just a block here. Okay, and then I'm going to do again. Well, sometimes if you want to like do some like do it by purpose, like you want to go over your stencil, why not? It's okay. It's artwork. All of them are unique. So that's stencil. Just be careful the fingerprint eye, and famous of the dirty finger, not the sticky finger. Okay, so that's my orange, and then going to do a little bit red. You can use your orange mushroom, or you can just change it to the red color. And then you know what's the good thing about this? Because the magic mushroom, we are tapping. You can blend, you can tapping. So sometimes when we tapping, we keep our color clean, because you know there's a lot, like a 3 pair of contrast color, green and yellow, green and the red, yellow and the purple, and the blue and the orange. When they mix together, they will get like they will kind of like they will create like a dirty color, right? Because they are like contrasting color. So because we are not like a blending, we are tapping. So that's kind of helping to keep your blending looks much clean. Okay, and then a little bit purple. Remember the darker color we're going to use last and last. So you can tap, and then you can rub. Okay, and then see I'm rubbing. I don't really worry about the pushing my stencil away. Some of the stencil, some of like because actually in my stencil is a very thin, right? So I know we all have this kind of experience when we use our stencil, and then we use our brush blending tool, and then the brush just pushing our stencil away is very common. I do that too. So that's why our magic mushroom is works so perfect. Okay, so here is my basic card, and then here is my stencil. I already shared with you guys yesterday, you can use a clean mushroom, kind of just pick up all the dirty color. I find out when I use the wet rag, sometimes kind of like how to say, pick up the corner. But when you use a clean magic mushroom just with water, you can easily clean your stencil, and it is a good idea after you use it, you clean it. Don't leave it there dirty, because next time you never know where you're going to use it. Okay, I think that's good enough. You want to add more. Okay, and then after we did this, we don't need or board anymore. It's kind of have some kind of reflection. So I'm going to put it away. I will settle with just a piece of metal. I can leave it without that piece of glass. And then this Monster Special, the $24.99 for both of them, $24.99 for the die and the free stamp set. It comes with a beautiful leaf. You know, I am proud of my design because there's a lot of maple leaf stamp on the market, right? Some maple leaf easy, just a solid image, but my maple leaf have a lot of detail. All you have to do is just blending a little bit color on top. Because the stamp itself is too detailed, you don't really have to do anything, and then it looks pretty good already. So I found out it's still a little bit empty, and then I have my Mr. Dressler already pre-stamped. This is the memento, and I found out the memento is the best impact for the alcohol markers. So I usually just stamp a few times, and then I usually scan it and print it with a laser printer. But after we move, I return my professional printer. So I'm like you, I don't have those fancy tool anymore. So what I do is I just stamp it and then leave it overnight. So I stamp few. You never know when you need a car, right? So you just stamp few and then leave it, and then you can use the next time. So I'm going to just use this VersaFine Black Impact. It's actually my favorite impact because I just found out they are very detailed. If I am using the watercolor paper, I probably have to worry a little bit, maybe use a stamp positioner. But I'm using the Michael's 100 pounds recollection cardstock. They are so smooth, you don't have to worry. You don't have to stamp two times, so they can get a very, very pretty. Look how pretty. Isn't this like a piece of artwork? Okay, so just two kind of like a falling leaf around that. Look how detailed this stamp. And then let's do a comparison. See, done exactly the same technique, but it's really depends on how you coloring, and then using the negative and a positive stencil, and you can do that. So that's the background, and if you like to continue to watch, because I know some people, they are not a really big fan of coloring. So if you like to see how I color the Mr. Dress Up, you can continue this video and we'll show you step by step how I color my stamp. If you are not into the coloring part, I just wish you like this new project, and I think it's fast and easy. And oh, by one more thing I want to mention is that, did you see this Mr. Dress Up is very, very shining, because the pumpkin is kind of orange color, right? And then if I put my when I try to put my Mr. Dress Up on top, my Mr. Dress Up is kind of fading because the color is too similar. So what I did is I just shield with packing tape and then die cut it. I will show you in the next step, but if you are not into the Copic marker, you can color with a watercolor. They will work just fine. And after you finish coloring, make sure your watercolor is dry, and then you can seal it with a piece of packing tape. That will make your Mr. Dress Up shining. So I think it's a good tip. You can give it a try. So I hope you like this kind of background. Just pick up the idea and try with if you have like a snowflake. But snowflake is a little bit tougher to create your own stencil. But if you like, leave me a comment, let me know. Maybe I will design some free snowflake digital file, and we can give it a try. So because the handmade stencil, it cannot be too complicated because our machine is very limited. Most of the stencils are created by those kind of industrial commercial stencils created by the laser cut. So laser cut, it can go very detail, but our digital die cut machine is kind of limited. It can do some certain design, but big. But if like a very fine stencil, we're going to have a little bit problem. So hoping you like this kind of background stamp, and make sure you check out our this month's special, and our promotions started and it's going to end on October 19. And I will continue to finish my Mr. Dress Up if you would like to see. Otherwise, I will see you next video. So this is Lisa. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. And if you like to see how I color my Mr. Dress Up, keep watching. Okay, so thank you for continue watching. That's do the coloring part. The coloring part, you can use any kind of media, watercolor, pencil, crayon, anything you like. But I'm going to use my Copic marker. Not Copic marker. I'm going to use actually I'm going to use my marker. I did a video, it's called the Ohuhu markers. If you are thinking about to get the StampfL marker, I found this marker is actually, the quality is not bad. Okay, so I'm going to just use my Ohuhu markers. Okay, and then one more thing, alcohol marker. One more thing is that I have been explaining in my video before. What I like to do, I would like to pre-cut my image first before I coloring. The main reason is that, you know, sometimes you like for this coloring, depend how long you're gonna spend like on coloring, right? Usually the like a coloring with coffee marker is kind of like alcohol marker take a little bit longer time to build out, but maybe, but not maybe like a 10 minutes for me maximum. I can't spend too long to do the coloring. So by some people maybe take a little bit longer, 20 minutes. So the most painful things is after you finish coloring and then when you do the die cut, if you didn't pay attention and your die cut wasn't line up the image and all your hard work coloring go down to the drain. So I did that before and it happened too many times, so I learned my lesson. Like I say, people make a mistake. We all do. We all do. We just want to make sure we don't make a mistake twice. So I am cutting my pumpkin. So that way I don't have to worry about if some boo-boo happen, right? Talking about boo-boo, boo-boo is he's a goofball. He just make me laugh all the time, but he is getting too big. I think he's getting around the 35 pounds now. Well, who you can blame? Luki's mama. I always told my husband, hey, lucky you, when we get married, I was like a medium size, and now you get the extra value is like a size up. So your dog get bigger, your wife get bigger, and your dog get bigger too. Lucky you, huh? Okay, so that's how I have my Mr. Dress Up here, and then that's bring a little bit closer. I'm going to do the coloring. So what I did is I just put a piece of acetate and I put one piece of white card so I can see better. But after I move, I kind of having a hard time to find my stuff. Usually I just put the laminator sheet, just put the use laminator and put a few white cardstock and run to the machine. I use that one. Sometimes when I do some messy job, I just use that one, but can't find it ready to go. So I'll do find it. Okay, so Mr. Dress Up, because we have a costume, I am going to get a little bit lazy because I don't have to color the body. So I am going to just cover his head, and I'm going to just always have some extra paper to make sure I get the right color. Or you can just that's a little bit hard to see. So let's see. I like this color, and let's see. And this is a little bit too dark. I need the light color. What happened to all my light color? You know the alcohol marker, you just have to make sure that you use one light color, one dark color. That help you to do the blending. Okay. I'm gonna use this one. Kind of a little yellow. Okay, this is good. So I'm gonna use these four color. Okay, so let's just start. We'll just give it a little bit under his eye. Okay, and then when I color them, when you use your brush, I like to use those kind of brush tip, because when I color it, I kind of like a push hard, release a little bit pressure. like this. Okay, so that way, well, that's just how I color. Okay, like these. Okay, and then we're going to use the other, so that was the first one, GY173, and we're going to use this E090. Okay, and then I'm kind of going to just color his ear, a little bit ears, and then a little bit on his legs. And I'm going to use the first one, the GY173, kind of just blending. It's very easy. I can't believe I'm saying this. I actually kind of enjoy use the alcohol markers, and then put a little bit on his head. That's it. Okay, so that's my Mr. Dress Up. And then for the pumpkin, I am going to do the yellow. I found this some part is missing. They don't really have a nice orange color. Okay, again, we're going to give this pumpkin the foundation color. We're going to color all the like a darker yellow. I've been chatting with you guys for a long time. Maybe we should run a live video. Would you like to see would you like to have a live video for the next video so we can chat? What I have been doing for the past few weeks was busy for moving, and we went to Alaska, and actually I am going to Japan in November 10. I have been planning this trip. I even tried to learn the Japanese during the pandemic, and then the trip is keep canceling, and then finally they are open now. So I am actually go to north of Japan, Hokkaido, and I love a hot bath. I love hot spring. So I am actually, my trip is 13 days, 12 days. I'm actually going to stay 7 different hotels, and it's going to be just myself. I'm going to park not at home, and he's going to stay at home watch Boo, and I am going out having fun. Why not? Life is short, right? Got to enjoy. That's something I always want to do, traveling by myself, have fun, because first of all, he doesn't like Japan. Everything looks just so small for him. His leg is too long, and he doesn't like Japanese food. So if you like something, you go for it, you do it, you don't wait. So that's something about me, and what I have been playing for a while. Let's do the leaf here, and I think the leaf is a little bit too green. It's GY3. Going to add a little bit. Okay, remember, if you're not big fan of the alcohol marker, totally okay. But it is a good tool, I admit it. Okay, that's my Mr. Dress Up. So far so good. Okay, and then I am going to put a little bit blush. Well, not blush. That was a blush. I want to make his nose a little bit pinky. Making more attractive. So I have this old dauber, okay, and then I have my memento. I wish this memento have more color. They are great impact, the best impact ever. So I'm going to just use a dauber, pick up some color. I'm going to just draw a little circle around his nose, making look like he catch cold. Not too much. Ta-da! I just remember I forgot something. I forgot to seal the packing tape before I die cut it. Let's see, is he going to blending in or not? Oh, I think it's okay because luckily here is not too busy, so I think it's still okay. So if you want to make your Mr. Dress Out more pop out, you can seal it with the packing tape before you die cut it, and then you die cut. But I forgot to do that, but that's okay. We are going to just mount it and going to share with you how I put his eyeball on. So do these. Okay. And then look at our die cut. See how detailed is it? Here is actually the leg, his front legs pop out. Oh, I'm touching his private part. I'm sorry. Okay, and then going to just do that. Okay, and then we're going to just put his costume on top. The costume have legs too. See the leg pop out. You can holding something there. What are we gonna hold? Sour key. Oh, I love sour key. Sour key. Okay, and then it's not cute. And then there is a leaf I'm going to just put on top. But before I put on top, I want to show you how I did his 3D eyeball. Okay, 3D eyeball. So Monday is a Canadian Thanksgiving. What everybody planning to do? I am going out with a friend for lunch and create more video and take a boo-boo to the dog park we have. Okay, don't shake. I'm not shaking. I just kind of do what do you call this? Kind of make all the glue go. Don't shake. Make the glue go floating to the bottom. Okay, so I'm going to just put the two eyeball here, the white part. Okay. And if your shape is not the shape you like, you can use it's kind of like an icing. Okay, and then my first card, the eye kind of looking like that side or cross eyes. Do you know if you wear the contact lenses, you cannot do the cross eye because your contact lens will falling down. So you put any direction you like. So I'm going to put like a looking that side. How's that? So I'm going to just put a little bit blue on the side. You put any side you like. It's your artwork. Or you can don't give him a pupil. And then we'll put just a little bit white on piece of scrap paper because I think this tip is a little bit too big. I cannot get a nice dot. And then just on this. I think this eyeball, one eyeball is smaller than the other one. Let's isn't that cute? Okay. And then I have this one. Just be careful, maybe probably had a better wait until your eyes dry before you and look at kind of dumb. My Mr. Dress Up kind of make sure your eyeball is dry. Oh, I think that's cute too. And then you can put any sentiment you like. Okay. So that's today's video. I'm going to find a nice sentiment and then maybe send it out to my friend. Okay, so that's today's video. A little bit information how to color with the copy markers. And thank you for watching until the end. And remember, that's another great tip is that if you want your Mr. Dress Up more pop out, you can seal it with just regular packing tape, nothing fancy. So that this makes the dress up kind of shiny. And then with the costume, I think it's very cute. Maybe you should design a hat for him, or you can put a witch hat, which we have a little die cut to go with that. Okay, that's everything. Thank you so much for watching, and just make sure you check this month's special, and it's a really good deal. Buy the matching die set, get the rubber stamp set for free. It's a limited time offer. So this is Lisa from Local King Rubber Stamp. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time. Bye.